Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
Hello, everyone.
It is Saturday, May 7th. We are now heading towards the beginnings of summer season for everyone to enjoy. Yes, now is the time to go outside, embrace the sun, get cooked, eat cooked food, not yourself, because you're cooked, and also throw yourself into the nearest body of water.
That's right. Welcome to the brutal, eternally burning time of Floridian summer. This is when the Florida men that have been buried under the soil for many years finally emerge, spread their petals, arms, I guess, and run off to cause as much crime as possible. So we're going to be seeing some wonderful
good or
things.
And for all of our fans, all the viewers who are living in the northern side of the United States enjoying the nice breezy weather during the summer, fuck you.
How dare you?
What the hell's wrong with you having proper
That
seasons?
is so
and shit?
rude.
Listen.
And you didn't leave any for the rest of us down here.
Well, that's because we built different. We get two seasons. We get burning and we get wet.
And every weather climate situation we get in Florida throughout the year is some combination of the two.
Yeah.
For instance, if we look outside our window, it is wet and hot.
Yeah.
But that's because it was a little more wet than hot earlier today, but it is no longer that wet. So the wet is being burnt away by the sun.
The Florida weather got moist because of us.
Yeah.
The Florida weather can't handle all this.
Bruh. We have two debuffs, moist and dry, and the combination of both is what creates the weather in Florida. And how do we manage those debuffs is how we survive every day. Remember that time you went to Las Vegas and you got hit with so much heat debuff you nearly turned into jerky?
It's true. My lips still feel like I'm rehydrating them out of a freaking jerky machine.
Well, that sounds like a fun story for another time. Now, folks,
Yeah,
I am
from earlier
Jose-
this week.
Folks, I am Jose Casabona. I am the main host and founder of this illustrious, magnificent channel that is the Ravens Flock, and I'm also host of Wrestle Rewind for all the wrestling fans out there. And joining me on my left is the living id of the Ravens Flock, the host of Los Amigos Play, the man with 100 opinions and 0 apologies. I was close to making a Jay-Z joke, but I fumbled. Mr. Angel Mendes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angel Mendes. I enjoy playing video games, reading books, and cooking on my spare time. And by spare time, I mean all the time.
You only gave him 100 opinions? When you first started this little line, it was 1,000,000 opinions.
Well, you see, we're trying to get monetized, and as a result, my number of opinions needs to go down, so the number of money we get goes up.
I'm also
Line goes up?
Yeah.
I'm also mentally gauging his giving a fuck-a-meter.
Oh, no, I'm working on it, I promise you, because we are to place ourselves eventually at the altar of Mama Susan to escape the horrors of censorship.
Pretty much.
It's true.
And
Regrettably.
And joining me on my right is
Goldust.
asshole. Took the wind right off my sails, you bitch.
That was good, I won't lie.
All right. The host of the Black Files, the man who puts in the man hours behind all of the videos that we produce on this channel every single week, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, Mr. Juan Arauz.
Thank you very much for the lovely introduction, and don't you ever forget the mister.
It's our boy!
Yes, indeed. And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and twitch.tv/theravensflock online. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen underneath the X.
Right here.
What's that big X for, Jose?
Big
Why
X means
is that big X behind our bird logo?
Because this is the 10th year of our illustrious channel. We have been doing this program for 10 years, and right now we are just now hitting a huge boom period for this channel, and it's thanks to each and every one of you.
Please don't look at our old videos. They're so fucking cringe.
By the way, hi, Nikki Bella. Thank you for joining in.
I'm in the middle of stuff. So, and then, of course, and like I said earlier, hit the notification bell to stay up to date about all RV Media content, and leave your questions and comments down below, and we will answer them during the duration that we are live.
Yes.
Now, one thing we do need to answer immediately is the final trailer to Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're starting heavy because, you see, this is not going to just be a podcast. This is going to be a reaction video because I haven't seen it, and Juan just sent me the link, which he's going to share with you, beloved folks. Thank you, Nikki Bella. We appreciate your patience.
Yes, indeed.
So, I gotta be honest with you. I'm one of the people that has been somewhat skeptical on the quality that Star Wars has taken over the years. But Obi-Wan has always been one of my favorite characters, so I like to see what the hell is going on. And whenever Juan is ready and puts down the screen, I'll be happy to check that out.
I would be more than happy.
I don't think there's a reason to be skeptical. So far, they've put on some pretty good content with Star Wars. Book of Boba Fett was great. The second season of Mandalorian was awesome. Also, Star Wars Visions was pretty good.
It was pretty good. The problem is, all of those things are not actual movies.
True. There's 6-hour-long movies of epic death and destiny.
Maybe Star Wars just needs 6-hour film so they can give a complete story again.
Jose, do yourself a favor. Hit us with a snap real quick. Snap like you mean it.
Come on, man. Put some force into it.
No,
wow.
No.
What? He needs
All right,
some
no,
time
try
to
with
warm
their
up.
left hand one more time. There we go.
Oh, Jesus. I'm a
Hang
little worried
on.
there. All right.
And
I'm going to hit play
hang
whenever
on.
you tell me.
One more. There we go. All right.
Now play the damn thing.
All right. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Okay. Very nice. Oreo.
Why don't you hold it up, Angel? There you go. On our nice Frames Flock shirt. Here's your logo.
Is that guy using a Tron disc?
Oh, dear.
The main characters.
When the time comes, he must be trained. Like you trained his father.
Wow. Oh, okay. Very beautiful visuals. I gotta hand them. That fucking Disney budget is coming in very handy. So it is a 6-hour movie.
Told you.
Okay. An Inquisitor.
Yep.
Oh. Oh boy. All right. A limited series streaming May 27. Okay, that was pretty damn dope.
That was pretty awesome, and I like.
You notice that he hasn't. He actually didn't use a lightsaber in the entire video, right?
We noticed that.
It'll be interesting to see Mr. British Bro actually trying to held his own with guns.
So uncivilized.
Oh.
Eagle Chick fan is on. Hi there. Finally getting to tune in with my fiance as promised. Hi, Juancho.
Thank you,
Hi
thank
there,
you.
Eagles Chick
Hello,
fan.
Eagles Chick fan. Thank you very
I
much
hope-
for joining us.
I
And
hope you guys don't mind the little wiggling I was doing. I was not trying to entice Jose Casabona here. We're just making sure that we're
yeah, that's cool.
showing-
Anyway, so back to it.
He does not.
Yeah, I know. So, gentlemen, thoughts on the trailer?
Okay, so pretty cool. It's good to know that Disney budget is getting to work on giving us some wonderful visuals. Obviously, I'm not getting to know much about the story. This is the in-between years of how Obi-Wan tend to find out. But also, who the fuck was that guy who knew
That
who
was-
Obi-Wan trained?
That's That's Owen Lars.
That's Owen Lars from the
Uncle Owen.
Uncle Owen from the prequels.
Oh, Jesus, that's him?
Okay.
It's
Uncle
been a
Owen
while
first
since
made
I've seen
his
the prequels.
appearance. Like, okay, we're not factoring in the original trilogy. The young Uncle Owen made his appearance in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, when Anakin and Padme
wow.
showed up at the Lars family at Homestead at the Luke's home.
Jesus, that is a long fucking time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
So does
okay,
this
and
mean
at
that
the
it's
end of
general known that Anakin is Darth Vader? Everyone knew?
This
At this
no,
point-
this guy knew specifically,
Okay.
which is why he doesn't tell Luke about it.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I mean, shit. Hey, kid, listen, I know your dad is probably the biggest mass murderer the galaxy has ever known.
Marley 13. Hi, Marley. How's it
Hello, how
going?
are you doing?
Hello, Marley. Thank you very much for joining us.
Like Angel, you got to remember in the original movie, in A New Hope, what's his face? Owen Lars was telling Luke, like when Luke's like, I think that droid might have been stolen. It says it was a property of an Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you see his aunt and uncle give each other like an oh shit look. He's like, besides, I don't think that man exists anymore. He died about the same time as your father. You knew my father? I told you to forget it. He died about the same time as your father.
I mean,
that actually brings
makes
me to,
sense.
That brings me to this awesome, like sad Tumblr post. Yes, I know Tumblr, but
Even
still,
they can do something right every once in a while.
when he died about the same time as your father, with an image of Anakin at the end of the lava pit,
Burning.
and Obi-Wan looking down. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker died there.
Yep.
The only ones who left were Darth Vader and Ben.
Yep.
Yeah.
A tired old man and a burned out old man, and shit is just burning. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this one. See what's going on, because
They've got him suiting up.
It would be mobile arm. It will be nice to see what Obi-Wan was doing, and you know what? Thank you for bringing in the Inquisitors. There were actually pretty cool boss fights in that
Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Order game.
I only have one problem.
Go ahead.
The voice of Darth Vader.
We haven't even
Is
heard
James
it yet.
Earl Jones no, yeah, I know. This brings me to a question. Will we see James Earl Jones reprising his role as the voice of Darth Vader? Because he did so for Rogue One. However, when we first heard it, it kind of didn't felt the same.
That's because he's old.
That's because James Earl Jones is old, man.
Yeah.
Dude's pushing like what, 70, 80?
90, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Something tells me we might not get to hear him because at this point in his age, he might just decide to retire and call it quits. But if they do get a substitute, I like to believe that they'll do him justice. It has happened before.
There, yeah, no. I mean, and it's not outside the realm of possibility. Juan,
Actually, I'm trying to find out James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
how
please
old
check
he
out.
go right ahead.
Because the dude has a great fucking repertoire, but he's getting on his years. Remember when he reprised Mufasa in the Lion King remake?
Yeah.
The poor guy sounded out of breath half of the time.
Oh my
exactly
God, I
what
was right. He's 91 years old.
Yeah.
I just parked that.
But
I
yeah,
rest
no.
my case.
If he decides to retire, I understand. He's done his job. He's left his legacy. He's very well fondly remembered. So it is likely they'll get a substitute. But if they don't, then all the same, still good for me, you know?
Do you know the easiest solution that they could come up with? Very simple.
Replicate him.
No, simpler than that.
We're
Simpler
not
than
that far advanced in technology.
Should be, goddamn.
Angel, don't give the House of Mouse any more ideas.
What makes you think they're not already cloning?
You're right. They're probably throwing the clones out into the wild. That's why we have those two Russian TikTok babes who
Exactly.
look like Margot Robbie and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. In fact, every
Yeah.
time you see twins on TikToks, that's just Disney.
All right. So the idea is very simple. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, but 9 years before A New Hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen is already slated to be in the suit as Darth Vader.
Makes sense.
Maybe, maybe not. We might be getting a flashback scene of him as Anakin. I don't know. We don't know. I'm not going to pick at that. I want to be surprised. Very simple fix. Hayden Christensen,
Modulate the voice.
modulate his voice a little, throw in the English accent, Darth Vader.
You know what? In that logic, I will give it a chance. If it does happen, then yeah, I'll give it a chance and I'll listen to it.
Remember that episode of Star Wars Rebel when Ahsoka fought like Darth Vader after she broke his mask?
Yep.
His filter was damaged, so a little bit of him came out. Yeah, they could do that. That could work.
Yeah. See, easy. Very
It took
easy.
me so long to realize his helmet is supposed to be based on a samurai helmet because George Lucas is a fucking weeb.
Yes,
George
he is.
Lucas
I
was
love
the
that man.
George Lucas is an OG weeb. He
Well-
knew Akira Kurosawa movies before it was cool.
Now we have more weeb. I hope you guys love weeb because there's going to be plenty of that here.
What, you mean Star Wars Visions?
Yes.
Yes.
When is that second season, please?
When is the second season?
I
of Star
have
Wars
no,
Visions?
I have
want it
no
in my
idea,
thing.
but folks, let us know in the comments right now. What do you think of the final trailer to Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi? Will you be watching it once it hits Disney Plus on, I believe, May 27th?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
on Friday, May 27th. Let us know in the comments right now.
My anchor and sales are ready.
Yes, indeed.
It's
But right now,
Angel, you don't have to worry about your anchor and your sales.
Oh, I know. It's just
We've
a matter,
got your back.
It's a matter of principle.
I know, but we've got your back. Buddy.
speaking of anchor and sales, it's time to steer the ship in a more serious direction because there are some very pressing topics we do need to touch on
That's
now.
All right.
Juancho, I believe you've come across some information for us.
Okay. Are we talking about the trial or the thing?
Let's talk about the thing first. I think that takes
Let's
precedence.
get the uncomfortable topic out of the way first.
Yeah, let's get that in and out of the way, folks. I hope you'll excuse us on this. I know not everyone likes to get all political and all that good jazz.
However, this is an issue that affects that goes beyond politics.
Seeing as it affects over half of the population of the country, I'd say, yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
does.
All right. It was revealed earlier this week that a draft opinion from the United States Supreme Court is being written out, set to be published, I believe, in July, between July and October, where the Supreme Court is basically planning on overturning their ruling on Roe v. Wade, which is the United States' basic, linchpin law and interpretation of law, which protects the right for women and people with uteruses to have an abortion. And basically what this means is that the Supreme Court is looking to reverse a ruling that has been on the books for just a little over 50 years, which will send it back to the states in order for them to interpret that law however they deem fit.
And if you
With
don't understand how bad
22
this is,
with 22 states, a lot of them predominantly Southern and very conservative in governments and ideology, planning on banning and outlawing abortion altogether, even in cases of sexual violence, incest, like sexual violence against minors, and in medically needy emergencies.
hey, remember that time the country tried to do the same thing with alcohol? How well did that go again?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
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 They tried codifying that into a whole fuck off amendment.
Yeah, anytime.
And then we realized, like a couple years later, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Prohibition.
Turns out that anytime a
Throw the
government
whole thing
tries
out.
to prohibit something, the people will find a way to get it illegally or not. And as we are seeing here is that once again, women are being seen as less useful than what they carry between their legs. Ain't that nice? Is this what all those years of fucking suffrage and civil rights fighting was for?
Apparently.
To basically tell you are not good enough to decide for yourself, but we are good enough to decide what you do with your uterus.
Now,
Wonderful!
Now, again, we aren't trying to force anyone's opinions on you, but
We're just giving you our take on this whole subject.
like basically the way we figure it. If you ain't got a uterus, if you do not have childbearing reproductive organs,
then you don't get an opinion.
I'm sorry, we just don't. I'm sorry. Like even the holy lord of Chicago, the sausage king himself, the best in the world, the second city saint, the straight edge superstar, CM fucking Punk has gone on and said, if you ain't if you don't got a uterus, I don't give a. If you don't got a uterus, you don't get a fucking word in terms of abortion.
Good work on that, Eagles Chick fan. Her opinion is, if I wanted politicians in my vagina, I fuck a senator.
Senator, no!
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Eagles.
Very
damn!
accurate.
Thank you.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
See, the problem is that, as expected, the people who are in favor or against it try to bring the same extremism because there is no such thing as fucking nuance in this world. Everybody's either screaming about thinking about the children, but nobody wants to think about the mom for some reason. And everybody cannot seem to understand that this is not a black and white issue. This is an issue of nuance. Put it this way. At the end of the day, an abortion means a child is going to die so the mom can continue
Not
to
even.
live.
Like, usually abortions are usually handled within the first trimester. If
I
they're
was
able to
almost
catch it.
one. Please don't question me on this.
Oh, fuck. My
The
bad.
child is going to fucking die so you can live. I am not blaming anybody because I believe that is your choice. You deserve this choice. It is yours and it should be given with all the responsibility it entails. There are women who are raped. There are women who are abused. There are women who have... Do you know what still fetal syndrome is?
Yeah.
If you don't get an abortion, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Literally
like
die.
Stillbirth,
Stillbirth
stillborn.
syndrome. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
stillbirth.
sometimes to save a life, another one has to be lost. And this is something that, sadly, the people that work in the medical field deal with every single day.
Yeah, no, they take that approach in the medical field. They take that approach like in emergency triage in the battlefield. Sometimes you have to make difficult choices.
Yes, and sometimes the
called
difficult choice
triage.
means that the life
Triage.
of the newborn, or the could-be newborn, or the clump of cells, like everybody likes to call them, is not going to become a human being because the mom needs to live. Now, does this mean that there is irresponsible people out there? Yes. There's dudes out there fucking without protection.
Yeah.
There's women out there opening their legs without protection or caring who they're fucking.
There are literal idiots out there
There
who
are
are not making
morons.
smart choices.
Yeah, there are morons of both genders doing really stupid shit. And there is also the kind of irresponsible, stupid person that looks at abortion and treats it as a contraceptive. And I will never respect those people. However, I do not want the innocent to suffer just so that the guilty are punished.
Of course, that's all. That is perfectly valid way of looking at the whole thing, brother. My figuring on it is simple. Usually, whenever these sort of situations come up, a lot of it is I'm not financially able to take care
There's
of a
that
child.
too.
And putting them up for adoption would make it
That was
subject
actually the
child
reason why I
to
was almost one.
yeah, to a life of being bounced around and shit
Yeah.
in foster care, or B, there's also I'm not physically able to have the child.
I
safely.
will die if this kid is born.
I will
Yes.
die if this kid is born.
Fun
Also,
fact, my mom's mom had to get a C-section because otherwise she would have died, and they had to question it. And listen, I hate to get personal on this because I have a bias on it. but
you barely get personal on stuff. Go ahead
Well,
and get personal.
Once upon a time, I almost was because I was born in a communist shithole, and my parents nearly didn't have the food to keep me alive long enough. They genuinely had to discuss can we keep this child and not die of hunger? And they chose to keep me, and I am forever grateful for that. But I understand. There is nuance to this matter, and sometimes the mom simply cannot have the child, or they don't need to have the child, or they cannot have it, or they don't want to, or they don't deserve the responsibility of having a child put on them. Because listen, the numbers are skewed, yes, but there are rape victims. There are people that are victims of incest, abuse, rape, sexual harassment. And honestly, just put it on the other case. There is accidental pregnancy. You know, like hell.
Yeah.
Like fucking contraceptives don't work 100% of the time. And yes, I am well aware that the number of people who really need an abortion compared to the dumbasses that see an abortion and treat it as a get out of jail free card is really high and skewed on the other side's favor. But the innocent should not suffer just so that the guilty can be punished.
And I completely
They
agree
deserve the power to choose, and we cannot interfere with that. We should not.
Now with this overturn being basically like freaking telegraphed to us, it's basically what do you call it? It's basically being showed to us that, hey, the Supreme Court is trying to get this shit in and underway, and somebody was trying to blow the whistle on it. Two things on it. Number one, one would imagine that folks who lean more on the conservative side of Sears, especially those in the political arena, would be overjoyed. Like, yes, we're getting what we were looking for. Well, we wanted to go back to the states, and we want to take that federal thing of abortion and keep the big government out of our hands. You'd think that they'd be going on a big victory
You
lap.
would think so, right?
You know what they're doing instead?
What are
They're
they
losing
doing?
their goddamn minds.
They're fucking going crazy. Do you know why? Oh, why would someone leak this information from the Supreme Court? That's terroristic. That's an actual
my God.
insurrection.
Fuck
That's
them.
going to lead to civil war. They're so uncivilized. How dare these
Oh my
terrible
God.
people leak this information? It's motherfucker.
It sounds to me, Mr. Arouse, that people should fear. Rather, the government should fear its people. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because it sounds to me like the government should be very
Jose
afraid.
XCI over here. Great trailer. I loved it. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the Ravenswalk. Marley,
Hey.
13. I agree. Women should have the choice, but they need laws for psychos. My son's ex would tell him to do what I say or do what I say or want, or I will abort. She's another Amber Heard.
There is some really fucking evil people out there.
They're
There's irresponsible,
Pure evil.
stupid
And trust
people.
me, we're going to get to Amber Heard in a bit.
Yeah, and honestly, I wish there was a way that we could just, fucking properly filter the dumbasses from the victims. But unfortunately, when you walk onto an abortion clinic and you tell the doctor that you've been a victim of sexual assault, the doctor cannot just sit you down and question you. They have simply, all they can do is take you to your word.
And speaking about the people, since this whole shit has been happening, there's been, and not surprising, there's been a lot of protests all over the United States, including right here in Tampa, Florida. We actually had, there was actually a rally of people that actually marched outside the courthouse in downtown Tampa a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes. So, demonstrate. Fucking voice our grievances.
Because this is really fucked up.
Yes,
Now,
it is.
Please take this into consideration over here. Now, number one, this now as far as this goes, roughly 2/3 of Americans still believe that abortions should be legal in all or most cases.
That is insane.
The actual nationwide approval for of banning abortions, even in those extreme cases, is not higher than 30%.
Huh. Well.
It's legitimate. And
It appears that there is some common sense remaining around
And
here.
what's crazy is there is actually a bill that is in Congress, in the Senate right now, called H.R. 3755. This would actually be the saving grace for it. It would take the law and the ruling that the Roe v. Wade ruling came out with and actually codify it as proper law.
Really?
Meaning, even if the Supreme Court say, oh, well, we think this should go back to the states, if the Senate actually passes this on and we actually get it ratified over between both the House and the Senate, it would actually get it in as a proper law. President Joe Biden can actually sign it in, and that's that.
Good.
We would actually have protected abortions nationwide no matter what.
Yeah. And
Yes.
mind, this does not make up for the fact that the greatest protection against abortion is don't fuck around too much. But at the end of the day, as we know, there are circumstances where you just control that happens, and even when you do control that happens, accidents will occur. It's inevitable.
It's true.
So for the sake of the sheer protection of free will, it works. And hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I understand the other side. All life is sacred and all that, but unfortunately, all life is not equal. as much as we like to say otherwise, there's always going to be times when you have to make a hard choice and you have to take a stand on one side or the other. And this is one case where I refuse to remain neutral. I do believe that the ladies of the world deserve their choices because we live in a society, and I mean that's in complete seriousness, when a woman who is disabled can be denied life-saving organ transplants.
Not to mention, what do you call it? Not to mention actual marriage benefits to their partner.
Yeah, that too. So imagine this. Imagine you're a woman and you need a lung transplant. But because you are disabled, for whatever reason, you are on the back of the queue. However, if you need an abortion, they are perfectly happy to deny you that as well. Which means that they care less about you and your body than what your body can produce. And that is incredibly disgusting.
Very much.
We
so.
were fighting for equal rights to avoid this kind of thing in the first place, weren't we?
We were
Yeah.
trying to.
We were trying to, but this shit keeps coming back up.
Yeah, no, equality means we get to call the ladies on their bullshit, but it also means that they have the rights to call us on our bullshit. And this is a lot of bullshit right now.
And the worst part is that with this situation, all it would do is open up the floodgates to a slippery slope of bullshit, where the Supreme Court could basically try and overturn a bunch of other human right protections,
Setting us back like years.
Like you could say goodbye to equal rights for people in the LGBT community. You could say goodbye to civil rights protection.
Very
you could
easily.
say goodbye to women's suffrage. Hey, if we don't want you to have abortions, who's to say that we want you to have a vote? And we'll go right back to where we were.
Mistakes
the
have been
1800s.
made. Yeah. Don't forget, if there's one thing that we learn about the government is if they can break the rules in case of emergency, they can and will make up emergencies so they can keep breaking the rules and eventually turn that into a permanent law. Ultimately, like you said at the beginning, it is still their body, it is still their choice. It is a very important choice.
And
One
it's
that
not one to not-
it
should
shouldn't
be
be done
taken
lightly.
lightly.
And I gotta be honest with you, the part that I don't like the idea of people celebrating it because it's something with a lot of gravitas to it. You have it, treat it the same way that you should treat having a gun. You know?
Yeah.
It is your right. It is a right that may imply danger to other people, but it should be handled responsibly with a certain matter of fucking solemnity.
Like
you know?
that's the right, like the right to bear arms. That's like the right to actually own an implement which is designed to take away a life.
Yeah.
Just as
Yeah.
so much as as a woman's or a female or a person with uterus's right to autonomy, the bodily autonomy,
Yeah.
is their right to be able to produce life or not to if
Exactly.
they wish. Same with a gun owner. They can choose to take a life or choose not to. There are such things as warning shots.
Yeah.
Shoot them below the knees, then it's not considered attempted murder.
What if I make it a warning to the entire neighborhood when I just keep shooting?
Oh my
That's
goodness.
you're shooting in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
So point in
then-
case is, as he said, it is a right and, just like the Second Amendment, shall not be infringed.
Well,
They
maybe
de-
that's what we need to
they
do. We need to
deserve
have it
that
codified as an
much.
amendment.
And it does need to be codified as an amendment. And you know what, folks? And just like how I mentioned earlier, you know, you folks out there, the people watching, you can help make your voices heard. Like, if you want to get behind this movement, if you want to like support this cause to prevent, you know, this whole thing from being overturned, you know, and then you can then go on your websites, go on Google. There's got to be like rallies going on in like over
your local towns.
over in your local towns, in your local cities.
Or better yet, like I mentioned, that House bill from the House of Representatives,
That's right.
H.R. 3755. That is on the table in the docket at the U.S. Senate in Washington, D.C. Look up your state's senators on there. If you're in Florida, we're fucked because we have fucking Marco Rubio, who's a fucking little weasel, and
Yeah.
Rick Scott, a.k.a. former Governor Skeletor. We know those two assholes want nothing to do with bodily autonomy.
Of course
But
not.
we're
They
still
can barely
gonna-
control their own bodies at their age.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like we're still going to be calling our senators and giving them hell like nobody's business in order to let them know that they need to vote yes on this bill or they're going to catch some serious consequences.
Absolutely. Contact your state senators, contact your congressmen. Let your voices be heard. Don't be silent. Don't sleep on this issue.
And worst comes to worst, violence. Because let's not forget, whenever you try to prohibit something in a government or a country, the people will find a way to get it. As grisly as this sound, supply and demand are a thing. Ultimately, if this shit goes through, the only thing it will result is a bunch of illegal abortion clinics and most likely more loss of innocent life.
Not to mention a gigantic spike in the stock value of wire coat hangers, if you get my drift.
Yeah. So, folks, what do you think about this ongoing issue? Let us know in the comments right now.
We're actually seeing a lot of comments. Will Morris is up in here. How you doing, Will?
Hello,
Thank you
Will.
for helping us
Thank
pay
you
the
very much
bills.
for
We
joining
had to
us.
come in with such a heavy topic at the start, but we figure this is something that goes beyond the idea of entertainment. This is something that affects everybody around us, including our beloved listeners, many of which I heard through some grapevine and a rumor someplace in a dark corner
It's called
are
me
women.
It's called me looking at our analytics.
Women?
Yeah, I
Watching?
know. I know that they technically don't exist on the internet, but supposedly they are in
Angel.
this weird Schrodinger
It's-
state.
Angel, it's real. I can pull up the actual
Be silly,
analytics.
Juan. Women don't exist on the internet.
You dope. No, but like legitimately, we do have a rather we do have a rather sizable female audience out here, and we want to
Wish
thank
whatever
you.
thankful. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Speaking of whom, let's see.
Margot Robbie.
Eagles chick fan saying Marley absolutely. This person sounds like Amber Turd is 100% correct.
He also
Eagles
made a later comment with hand applaud emojis. Exactly right. Tons of us, tons be right now.
tons of BS right
Tons
now.
of bullshit right now, and glad more people are waking up to it.
And Nikki Bella saying our body is our right. No one can take that from us.
Yes, exactly.
guys. We had
Women's
this-
rights are human rights. It's your body. It's your choice.
We had this thing with slavery before. Now we had it with the ladies. How many times do we have to repeat this bullshit? Come on. We did this before. It happened before.
And at the risk of just like Angel was going over here saying getting personal, I'm going to get a little personal myself. And I'm not ashamed to say this. I like in my own efforts to try to help out because I've been discussing with my wife, our lovely K-Storm cosplay who comes in. My wife has been looking into trying to get herself set up with a hysterectomy, namely because of the same thing that we mentioned out. She cannot risk having a child.
Understandable.
She could actually risk severe calcium depletion to the point of osteoporosis. Yeah. She actually will run the risk of permanent type 2 diabetes, and that's if she manages to actually carry and deliver the child to term.
People really don't know the amount of physical and medical conditions a woman can get just by giving birth. Like, your body chemistry gets so fucked up, it results in non-stop side effects.
So we're looking into trying to get hysterectomies done for her and possibly a vasectomy done for me too. Because we're trying our best not to let that happen, because if there's catastrophe actually does manage to go through with the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, then you better believe Florida is going to be one of the first ones to actually outlaw it outright.
Definitely.
And that would mean we'd be proper fucked.
Well, listen,
Actually, no. Worse. We'd be proper not fucked, because we wouldn't be able to fuck for the rest of our lives
Listen,
together.
our version of an abortion clinic is a back alley with a gator and a lot of very bloody hands. You don't want to see what it looks like.
And some hands that don't exist, and they're just bloody stumps because of the gator.
The alligator is not there for what you think it is.
What the
Don't worry about it.
All right.
So please let us know on your side what you believe on this matter. We want to hear your opinion, controversial as it may be. What do you think of this issue and whether it should be taken apart or examined more closely? We understand that this is a very delicate, morally gray matter because lives are being jumped in the balance here, but please express your opinion. We want to hear you.
Yeah. So,
Marley.
comment from Marley here. Sorry, I'm listening and driving home from Derby, so I can't chat yet. Yes, she has full custody of his and hers. Thank God. All right,
Congrats.
so let's go ahead and
Yeah,
move on
holy
to
crap.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the Amber Turd.
That's
subject,
right,
since
people.
someone
We
mentioned it in the comments.
we spent 10 minutes defending women's. Now it's time to get misogynistic up in this bitch.
No, for the
No,
record,
no, no,
it's okay. It's not misogynistic if you're just targeting one motherfucker
Yeah,
who
we're
happens to be a
specific.
proven lying motherfucker.
Good point. Let us get perfectly justifiably misogynistic up in this bitch.
A big one psycho bitch.
Oh, it's one cycle bitch that deserves all the hell coming to her.
Alas.
I believe, Juan, we've talked about this on the program on the Black Files. Do you have an update for us on the trial between Johnny Depp versus Amber Turd? I mean Heard. I mean Turd.
You meant
I meant turd.
You were
She
right
pooped
the
the
first
bed.
time.
Sorry.
She shat the fucking bed, literally. Okay. All right. This week, Amber Heard has come onto the stand. And she's begun spinning a spectacular tale. A tale of terrible, terrible, horrible abuse and pain and suffering and torment and misery that she suffered and lived through while being the girlfriend and wife of Johnny Depp. Now, everyone has already been saying over here, she outed herself with that one recording that was replayed more than once, with which Johnny Depp's fucking lawyers had no shame in playing it whenever they had the opportunity of her saying, you go ahead and you tell a judge, you tell a jury that I, Johnny Depp, a man, am a victim of domestic abuse and see who believes you.
Well, she said it. Let me go hit play one more time.
Can we just play that
this
again?
is the 5th time you played this week. I know. I'm going to do it again.
Like, Your Honor, permission to continue dunking. I'll allow it.
So, in the iconic words of Sun Tzu, never interrupt your enemy when they are making a mistake. During the entire trial of Amber Heard,
And
at
Johnny
no
Depp.
point during her part on the part, we have rarely seen Johnny's lawyers actually object to anything. Everybody just sat back and let her talk.
Actually, during the time that she was that she was being examined, which, by the way, they started off with her defense attorney interviewing her in front of the stand and everything. The only time there would be objections on there from Johnny Depp's team was like objection hearsay, objection leading question,
Yeah.
like correcting them on how to deliver this
Guide
shit.
you on your
Like,
course.
okay, no, you don't get to go in and fill in for someone else. No, you got to stick to protocol, and we'll snap on you in protocol every single fucking time. It was a beautiful sight to behold. Just
Justice
mwah,
is
just
pretty
mwah.
beautiful.
Like,
Oh.
what's even dumber?
Go ahead.
Go
is
for
that
it.
Amber Heard was not only clearly trying to cover her ass in terms of trying to back up the lie that she put forward of Johnny Depp being an abusive, horrible person. Yeah, he's used cocaine. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. If I had the chance, and if I could use it.
He's in Hollywood. Are you genuinely surprised? I'd be surprised if he didn't use cocaine at one point or another.
Yeah, true. Like, even the like.
Do drugs, kids.
No, don't do drugs, especially not when you're on the stand. Like her, this. Okay,
Oh, God
okay.
damn it.
There were some parts during this past Thursday. No, you go ahead. No, you.
No,
what's
I
your
was
cue?
gonna, no. It was a joke. I was gonna make a movie joke.
What movie joke?
No, Angel. He literally was in a movie revolving around cocaine in 2001 called Blow.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, she's trying to copy Penelope Cruz.
Speaking
Or
of
was it Salma
coping,
Hayek?
they have been making...
Penelope Cruz.
Speaking of coping, during her testimony, a lot of people realized that she's actually quoting movies while building her own argument.
It's freaking hysterical. I shared that to the Popcorn Planet
Yeah, that's
moderator
some
team.
disco shit.
No, I shared that to Andy Signor, and they brought it up during their review on there. Anyone else notice that she's quoting a movie called The Talented Mr. Ripley? Her
Jesus
line when she's
Christ.
talking about Johnny, the thing with Johnny, it's like the sun shines on you and it's glorious, and then he forgets you and it's very, very cold. When you have his attention, you feel like you're the only person in the world. That's why everybody loves him so much. And
What?
says
actual
Nikki Bella,
movie-
sniffing cocaine out of the Kleenex in the stand.
Jesus.
Yeah. Let me see. Eagle Shake. Worst actress ever. She's a narcissistic drama queen who's very calculated. She was quoting movies absolutely.
Actually,
Yeah. And
I
in
would
the
like
actual
to-
movie,
I would like
Marge
to extend-
Sherwood and Tom
Hang on a
Ripley-
minute, Juan.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would like to take a brief moment to thank the brave people on social media who, upon seeing all her complaints and accusations of physical abuse, posted pictures of themselves, many of them being actual victims of physical abuse, to show you just how full of shit this woman is. Because if the makeup that she's wearing works the way it does, that lady is putting nanomachines on her face.
Yeah, exactly. Like, apparently, like, she made this claim of that one time Johnny broke her nose and it was broken, it was swelling and stuff, and 24 hours later she was on the James Corden show.
Yeah.
Nah, and her nose looked 100% perfectly straight, and it looked normal, like barely any makeup for that spot, obviously for, like, a
Wait,
lady.
in that short of a time span?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, what? Did you go to fucking Party City and ask for a special rate?
Didn't they mention that she also had she tried to accuse of somebody of having an affair with her, but the person had come out as openly gay many years ago?
Seriously, what? Did you get, like, express nose job?
Yes,
Right,
Hollywood
exactly.
money.
Like the actual line on there from the movie was like
100% results in less than 24 hours or your money back guaranteed.
Right, the thing with the movie, the character Marge Sherwood, the thing with Dickie, it's like the sun shines on you, and it's glorious, and then he forgets you, and it's very, very cold. Tom Ripley saying, "So I'm learning." When you have his attention, you feel like you're the only person in the world. That's why everyone loves him so much. She's ripping off the movies word for word.
She's literally quoting
Not
dialogue.
only is she a shitty actress, she's a plagiarist.
Let's
Oh
not forget,
my God.
According to her psychologist who examined her, she commented on the fact that people like Amber experience copycat syndrome when they try to subconsciously imitate the appearance of the people that they're dealing with. And lo and behold, somebody checked out the pictures, and she purposely copied both Johnny and the lawyer and the psychologist's way of dressing every single day.
So you know that wasn't Amber's psychologist.
Oh, who's that?
So what's next, Amber Heard? Are you going to quote fucking epic lines from movie trailers or something?
Yes,
Lines that don't require an apostrophe?
maybe.
Like,
So
over
you were
here,
saying, Juan. You were saying.
that psychologist was not her psychologist.
Oh.
That wasn't even the psychologist that Johnny Depp's team brought in to give an examination. This was a psychologist who basically this lady is a crack psychologist, as in she's more interested in coming forward and acting as a professional witness and being on television rather than helping out a lot of domestic violence
One of
partners.
those.
Oh no, what do they call them? Like intimate partner violence. I'm like,
That's called abuse,
that's
stupid.
called abuse.
That's
Like, what's with the code?
abuse.
Like she came up with her own fucking code word on it. And the worst part is that looking back in her own track record on everything, the fucking Johnny Depp's lawyer had actually gone on record and said like, so you do a lot of professional witnessing. Am I correct? Well, that's not the only thing, but you do show up and you get paid $100 an hour for
Shit,
being an
I
expert
wish I
witness.
got paid $100
That's not
an hour.
correct. All right. How much do you get? I get paid $500 an hour.
Bro, what the fuck?
Wow.
And it's even dumber. And Johnny Depp's lawyer actually went and said, like, and in all that time, when was the last time that you spoke and testified on behalf of a man being abused by a woman? Can you even remember? Was there even once? There was a couple that I treated back in the 90s who was a
The
same-sex couple.
90s.
Okay, you treated them, but you weren't there as an expert witness? There's a couple I treated in the objection.
Bruh.
Oh my God! Her whole part of the trial is so bafflingly stupid. I'm waiting for Saturday Night Live to make a stupid
No,
sketch.
please
out of it.
don't.
This entire thing has been a Saturday Night sketch. Now, let's get serious for a second here. As fun as it is to see Amber Heard get dunked into the ground and have her own filthy treacherous words turned on her, what we're seeing here is unfortunately a brutal indictment of the laws that govern how the cases between men and women go in law, and the fact that, guys, I think Johnny may have been lucky to escape with his life. Like, think about that. This lady emotionally, psychologically, and physically abused him. She almost fucked up his guitar hand.
Right?
Yeah.
And then she spun a yarn, she spun a tale, making herself look like the victim. And because everybody was caught up in the craze of believe all women, many people automatically believe her. And even now,
Whoa.
there's a bunch
Your
of
phone.
insane motherfuckers out there actively defending her online. I don't know what is wrong with these guys. But
The fuck?
what we're
Go
seeing
on.
here is an unfortunate, cruel side effect of the double standards. All she had to do was make an accusation, and the world was ready to believe him. Johnny had to put his goddamn life on display over and over just for people to actually go, shit, maybe he was right. And now, only now that we're seeing this happen, we're realizing just how ridiculous was the extent of her abuse. To the point that she went as far as to accuse him of sexually assaulting her with a broken bottle. Do you have any idea the kind of injuries that would do to a woman's inner workings?
Yeah,
she would not be
yeah,
walking
no.
straight after that shit.
No,
Yeah,
it's fucking
it's
insane.
fucking insane and
because
crazy.
A part of
It
that
is
that
very
flies my ass
likely.
is that even if the bottle wasn't broken, the bruising on it would have been
A
devastating.
simple medical
And
examination
she-
would have solved
like,
that.
Exactly. And like and people were like, okay, you're saying that he forcibly inserted a wine bottle into your body, into your genital area, and okay, what you just afterwards you just sat with the bottle in there?
She just
What the
walked it
fuck
up.
is
Well,
this,
what happened?
jackass?
It might as well be.
No, jackass! They shoved the toy car up Ryan.
They
Dunn's
shoved the
bum
toy
bum.
car. Yeah, they shoved the toy car up his ass.
To be safe though, they had it inside a condom that was lubricated all to hell.
That makes slightly more sense, but at the end of the day, this doesn't change the fact that we caught this situation, and Johnny was able to get out of this mess just before it was getting worse, because she escalated to physical abuse. And people that escalate to physical abuse with that level of power, they tend not to stop. I hate to jump into the worst possible case scenario, but I think that dude may have just walked out of there with his life on pure luck.
Yeah, no, just a couple of comments here. First of all, number one, there are guys defending Amber Heard. What, are you fucking sipping for her? I'm sorry, she's not a real 10 in the eyes.
No, not even that.
She's barely a 10 as an actress.
Not even. What? No. She's not a 10 as an actress. She's at best
barely a
no,
10.
barely would be like 9.8.
Oh, good point. She's barely a 1 as an actress.
There
Let
you
me take
fucking
that.
go. There you go.
Too many zeros. I
Tommy
apologize.
Wiseau acts better than she does. Okay?
I need my ass to be in this movie.
And
Also, the whole shit about
need
a
my ass
wine
to
bottle
sell this movie.
being inserted into her body. I'm sorry, no. Even Johnny Knoxville will look at her and say, like, "Honey, you need help."
Also,
Honey, you
it's-
need some help there.
Also, a single medical examination can very clearly reveal that as the lie. What it
and
actually
she was
is.
like, it was broken. Like, okay.
No shit. Duh. Of course it would.
Yeah, the next day she was dancing, according to Nikki.
And according to Nikki Bella, let me see. Eagle Chick saying he's lucky he got right out of there is correct. Elon Musk dodged a bullet.
Not completely. Did you saw the bruises on his face the last time?
The last time that he was seen with her together.
Maybe that's the reason why he wasn't. Even Elon Musk is like, wait a minute. Something's wrong. I can feel it.
Yeah.
He just ran. He got into his Tesla rocket and flew away.
Do you think that's what this is? Do you think that's why he bought Twitter? Do you think that's why he's making dick rockets? Do you think that's why he's making crappy subterranean tunnels?
Sadly,
because he's trying to
no.
deal with being emasculated?
Sadly, no.
By
This
Amber Heard?
No, that's just called abused. And sadly, no. This deal with Twitter was going on for many years. But then again, we would not, as we have seen here, we cannot put it ahead of rich, famous people to do incredibly cruel, petty shit and somehow behave like they're still the victims, as we have seen here. Like, bro, that trial got so bad that at one point I saw, at the moment when she did the thing with the nose, I saw her lawyer do this. And I saw Johnny's lawyer trying to not fucking laugh.
Like, she's over here like she was pushing her face and squishing her so badly the whole time that she was talking, and she was so facially emotive and so
God, that was
terrible.
so stupid.
But she couldn't squeeze out a single fucking tear.
Actress
I
1 out of
squeezed out
10.
a tear by accident on Wednesday when we were wrapping up the Black Files, when I was talking about how much the Vegas trip meant to me and how much I valued Steph and Andy and Lewis and everyone that we met and how much of a great time.
Amber
I
Heard-
fucking got emotional for real.
Yeah,
Amber
because
Heard, if
you
you
were
wanna-
actually feeling emotions, unlike that psychopath.
That being said, Amber Heard, if you want to learn how to cry on command for real, why don't you contact Paul White, formerly known as the Big Show from WWE, because he knows how to do that.
Right? Oh, God, no. The Big Show,
Wrestlers
the
are
world's
better
largest athlete.
actors than you. Think about that for a second.
That's a
And
problem.
Their
woman.
career,
the
their
ability to
career is 70% violence, and they're better at emoting that. You know what was emotion to me? Do you remember that amazing, beautiful match when back in the day Vince McMahon wasn't a complete piece of shit, and he stood before the body of his falling warrior and went, "You're the best man I ever knew. I love you," and he kissed his forehead.
What the fuck?
What?
That man didn't do that?
No, what was the different wrestler then?
No.
What was his name?
No, you
Who
were
was that?
thinking of Shawn
Yeah,
Michaels
when
and Ric
Shawn
Flair.
Michaels approached Ric Flair after he beat him down and went, "You are the greatest man I ever known. I love you, brother." And he kissed him on the forehead. And the fucking feeling.
Actually, no, he kicked him in the face.
No,
him
there
in
was
the-
another one. Wasn't
Then-
that one?
Okay.
I might think of the
All
right
right,
wrestling
let me
match.
clarify.
Listen,
First,
the point is, wrestling has more emotional torque than Amber Heard's career.
And
Pretty
they're
much.
actually allowed to beat each other up.
also, what actor in Hollywood would not want the ability to cry on command?
I mean, that-
rather,
that
like
is a
if you
pretty good
like
ability.
many actors
Thank
who
you.
have that ability, bless them.
Yeah, but for real, point in case is what we're seeing here is a psychopath getting stripped of all the layers of lies that she built over the years. And their attempts of appeal of emotion are falling flat because people have seen so much of your bullshit that they simply will not take you seriously anymore. Though, like I said, the fact that it took this much effort just to prove the poor bastard innocent is fucking depressing. But for once, I'm glad that we are seeing the lies being stripped and put on fire. What was it again that somebody said? Abuse has no gender?
Yep.
Pretty much.
Something like that, yeah.
So, folks, let us know right now in the comments what do you think about these developing events going on in the court case of Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard.
Now-
I personally, to weigh in my opinion, at this point we're
gotta use
just
the
waiting for.
bathroom.
Yeah, at this point we're just waiting for the the jury and to bring in the verdict and for the judge to drop the rule book right onto Amber Heard's ugly face because she is burying herself really hard here.
All right. I have to give you one little bit of clarification on this. You have to remember this trial is not to determine whether or not she actually abused Johnny Depp physically. That's been proven with this information. The trial is a civil suit from Johnny Depp against Amber Heard for publishing that crappy op-ed piece of about him, calling him like, implicitly calling him a sexual abuser, of domestic abuser, in the Washington Post. That's the hurdle that they're trying to clear, and that shows very little chance of it actually being a failure. It looks like he might win. Also, one more important thing. The trial is in recess until the following week. So this coming week that's coming up, no trial, no continuation. It's going to continue the following week.
We
after.
gotta wait
My
for the
opinion's-
next episode now.
My opinion still stands. I want Amber Heard to be taken down.
Oh, she's going to be taken down. You
I
better
want
believe that.
justice. That's all I want. I want proper, true justice.
We want justice for Johnny Depp, motherfuckers!
That's all we need. That's all we want. And it's happy that, you know what? For once, I am glad that this whole thing is being televised and propagandized to the entire world, so everybody can see just how incredibly stupid this entire thing has been. And the sheer amount of hoops that poor man had to jump through just to prove his goddamn innocence. In a world where a single accusation can destroy your life, career, and future prospects, we need more scrutinization. We gotta look to this shit more closely, because the moment we start believing anybody, then we get more cases like this, unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
What's worse
that's-
is that... Sorry, go ahead, Izzy.
No, I was agreeing with Angel, but go on, Juan.
All right. No, like I was saying here, what was really crazy was that throughout this week, while Amber was on the stand, folks were calling into Andy Signor's Popcorn Planet channel immediately after the trial would end, usually around 5:30, 6 o'clock or whatever. And
She auditioning for Blow 2.
fucking seriously.
Oh
No,
my
like,
God.
and there were people who came forward on Andy's channel, on Louis Aleka's channel, Nerd Report, and they were actually calling in and coming forward saying, "I have actually been a victim of domestic abuse, of sexual abuse, of being abused by my partner. This bitch is making all of us look bad.
Yeah.
Amber Heard is going to ruin any credibility that any of us have, and she needs to be taken to task for that."
She must
People
pay
were-
for her actions.
And it's really fucking heartbreaking too. It really fucking is. Will, if you're on the chat, I know you've got it. I know that it's not giving us anything or whatever, but Andy's Popcorn Planet merch store, he's actually got a specific setup for Justice for Johnny t-shirts that he's selling, for all the proceeds of it going to the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay, which is a local charity here in Tampa Bay, Florida, in order to help people who are victims of domestic violence and sexual abuse. If it's within your means, I strongly recommend going ahead and supporting Johnny Depp in that vein. So, Will, if you've got the link for that, if you'd be so kind. If you don't, I've got it.
Yeah, no, it's no. Yeah,
Sorry
no,
for the heaviness.
No, no,
Jose.
you're
no,
fine.
this is necessary.
You're fine. This is
Sometimes
necessary.
we gotta carry that weight. It's necessary sometimes.
Yes, and sometimes we need to address. These are issues we need to address, because the more people are aware of it, then the better. Like, there's nothing else I can say on this matter except fuck Amber. Well, no, I don't want to say fuck Amber.
No, she
Heard.
doesn't deserve that.
Amber Heard can go to hell.
No, she's not even like the crazy chick you want to fuck. No,
No,
not
no.
anymore.
That's
She's
No.
just
why I
When-
said Amber
when-
Heard can
when
go to
your
hell.
ans- When your ancestors told you to don't stick it in crazy, that is what they actually
All right,
meant.
let's get off the fucking Jesus Christ, guys.
I can't. I'm seriously like.
All right,
my
so-
libido's like out of control. I can't.
All right, so before we jump onto any more topics here, I want to make a brief announcement right now. The Ravens flock will be attending MegaCon Orlando 2022. MegaCon will be on the weekend of Friday, May 20th, Thursday, May 19th until Sunday, May 22nd.
It's 4 days?
It's a 4-day convention. It's always been a 4-day convention for who knows how long. It's one of the biggest comic sci-fi conventions in the state of Florida. It'll be held at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. And we will be in attendance for the convention on Saturday, the craziest day of all con days.
We get to enjoy the guests, the produce, and if you happen to stop by and see us around, please feel free to check by
Speak
and
a
say
little
hi.
louder, man. You talk so
How
low.
much louder can I possibly be?
Loud noises.
I always thought that I was fairly loud. But anyway, as he said, we'll be checking out on the floor, buying extremely overpriced merchandise, and shaking hands with famous people. So if you ever
If they
decide to
let
show
us.
up and swing by, they're going to.
I hope.
Because I'm going to break. Didn't you tell me Dante Basco was going to be there?
Yes, he is.
Well, I'm going to shake hands with Dante fucking Basco. In fact, I'm going to interview Dante Basco. No one here is going to stop me from doing so.
Are you sure? Like, we can't get press access for these guys.
I can just talk to his agent and go, hey man, can I like run a quick interview 5 minutes ago? Listen, if I manage to
Let him-
interview,
yeah,
if
you
I
know
manage to, if
I'll
I get a
bring our
Colandos,
sound gear. If you can make that happen,
If I
will
manage-
slap
Yeah,
myself. silly.
Juan, don't ever
Listen.
doubt Angel's ability.
you are talking to the guy that managed to land himself an interview with the mocap actor of Godzilla and 2 of the heads of Ghidorah. If I can get those guys, I can get Prince Zuko to say hi to the fans.
Thank you.
Besides,
Okay.
I kind of want to meet the guy. He seems nice.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed. And of course, there are several other popular.
Oh shit!
cosplayers.
All right. Well, first off, congratulations, Miss Chick, on your upcoming marriage. I sincerely wish you many,
Hey,
many years of
Mazel
joy.
tov.
Mazel,
Yay.
yeah, that too. Felicidades, as they say.
Drinks all around.
Yeah, Mazel
all-
tov, or as they say in English, Mazel tus.
Oh my goodness.
Almighty Angel.
All right. So, anyways, so yes, it's gonna be an awesome time. It's gonna be an awesome experience. And if you guys are, and if for the for the Florida folks who are attending, yeah, if you see us around, come and say hi. It shouldn't be hard to find. We're a group of 3. One of us is tall, one of us is bald, and we're all sporting the big bird.
We are literally
right
the
here.
loudest trio you're gonna meet in that entire con. We will not be difficult
It's
to
true.
obtain.
Indeed, folks.
Give me a second.
The
I have
hell
to
is
fix
going
it.
on? Holy shit, Juan, what do you do?
Juan's doing
20
things.
different windows
I'm
just
fixing
popped
it,
on the
don't worry.
screen. I'm pretty sure one on an FBI list right now.
Angel, what makes you think we've never been? What makes you think we've ever not been in an FBI?
They don't
list?
care about immigrants that much.
I know. It's
All
okay
right.
though.
I know,
So-
I'm kind of disappointed.
right? You think with all the deportation and stuff that they're trying to do
I know,
with us.
damn.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But anyways, so yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Mega. It's gonna be awesome. It's been quite a spill since we've been to MegaCon.
When was the last con we ever went to, actually?
The last con period?
Yeah, period.
Holiday Matsuri in
Nope.
December.
Nope. There was a con in January.
Really?
We
Which
went-
one?
Which one did we go to in January?
VillaCon.
Oh,
That's
Jesus,
right.
it's been a while.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
It was VillaCon.
That's where I found this
VillaCon.
Girl Scout cookie and all those
Right.
comics.
Yes.
And then it folded. And I'm
Yeah.
still sad.
It's a
We
shame.
talked about it. Yes.
Yeah.
All go to jail.
Amber Heard go to jail.
Amber Heard go to jail.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to sound like country. Go to jail.
That's the closest thing
Nikki,
to
what do
marriage.
you do?
That's the closest thing to marriage that she'll get: going to prison and becoming a prison bitch.
right.
Something tells
Amber
me
Heard.
even the other prisoners don't want to talk to her.
No, they don't. They'll be like, oh, fuck.
Are you kidding me? I don't
get
think they
that
have
ratchet bitch
standards.
away from
You know how they say that there are some criminals that not even other criminals like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of criminals and criminal activity, I believe there was some criminally underrated, beautiful video game news that you wish to share with us, Angel.
All right, Angel, let's keep this fucking train going.
Folks, buckle up. This is going to be a bumpy ride.
This is going to be fun. So, I would like to offer you, fellow gentlemen, a hypothetical scenario. I would like you to imagine that you are famous Japanese video game producer Naoki Yoshida, known by the fans as Yoshi P. You are working at Square Enix, one of the greatest video game companies that we ever known. Gave us beautiful titles and the ever bone-crunchingly popular Final Fantasy series. However, shit's looking bad.
How bad?
The most recent MMO game, Final Fantasy XIV, is a massive failure.
No.
The numbers are dropping. The lines are going down, and the stockholders are literally shitting
Line go
themselves in the
down?
streets.
Line can't go down.
No.
Line is
go
going
up.
down. No, line
Make
go
line
down.
go up.
That's basically it. So now you have been given the Sisyphean task of saving an entire company with nothing but your own wits and your development team. But then the impossible happens. You succeed. Final Fantasy XIV becomes the hottest piece of ass in the entire club. It doesn't help that the recent hot piece of ass, World of Warcraft, has revealed to be infected with like 1 million STDs.
Not to, you can thank their parent company, Activision Blizzard.
Exactly. So
They've
now,
got serious fire crotch rot.
yep.
Oh, but go on.
Crotch rot.
Go
So-
on, Angel.
But
Let's
the
get
important
straight
thing
to
is that you're winning. You're winning harder than you could have possibly won. The numbers are going up. Every expansion
Line
is
go up?
beloved. Yes, line go up
See?
real high.
Even in the chat, line go up.
Speed lines.
Yay.
And not only have you released 5 incredibly successful expansions, they have promoted you to be in the board of directors of the company.
it. All right. I love getting a promotion.
This
That's
is the
right.
best hypothetical scenario ever. We come out on top.
It's
Thank
great.
you for that. That's wonderful news, Angel. Let's move
how
along.
does this end?
Well-
no, that's not. No, this is the end. All right, this is how it ends, and that's it. There's nothing more to talk about, right?
Adrian, nothing ever ends.
Right?
So you put on your suit. You put on your fancy shoes. You comb your slick back anime hair, and you climb up the stairs to your CEO chair.
I'm
It's
good
nice,
enough. I'm
it's
smart
fancy.
enough. And doggone it, people like me.
You looking like fucking Patrick Bateman after returning all the tapes. You are ready to go. And then you open the door, and you see every single other person in charge setting up a massive bonfire in the middle of the building.
This is fine.
Gentlemen, is there something happening
This
here?
is fine.
Well, you see, Yoshi-san, there's this thing called the blockchain.
What?
And we decided that the blockchain is the future for the investments of the company that we believe will go forward to make us stronger in the future. Hey, bring another bucket of gasoline. We gotta throw some more here.
What are you burning here?
Oh, you know,
what are we
just-
burning here?
Oh, that's just a bunch of properties that we don't play with anymore. We're
What?
just gonna sell that shit for money, and we're gonna invest it all on NFTs.
Oh my
What?
god.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the point where we remember that Square Enix, apparently, when it comes to managing their Western properties, they're kind of fucking stupid.
Did they just go full
you've got it-
Hang on, did they
If
just
you
go full
really
retard?
know, yes, they did.
They
Angel,
did, in fact.
Send me that article that you're gonna pull up. Send it to me.
Don't
so we
talk
can put
over
it up.
me.
I'm not trying
Oh,
to talk
yes.
over you. I'm trying to get the article. We need to share this to the people. This is stupid news.
Oh, yes, we are
Oh,
reaching
no.
a big, beautiful time of stupid. In fact, Joe, you're
But
going to get a
son-
link to...
Yoshi P-san. It is on the blockchain, son.
It's the
It is the
future,
future, son.
bra, son.
Bro-san.
So, yes, there's a reason... There's a reason that Yoshi P is looking so goddamn stressed out, aside from the huge mess with the housing crisis in Final Fantasy XIV.
Not to mention
is
the
the fact
crippling depression that grips the majority of the Japanese
This is the
population.
problem that he's being Japanese. So yes, Square Enix has decided to sell studios behind many well-known properties to Embracer Group. 3 studios are being sold to the Embracer Group for a total of $300 million.
300 million. That is a disgusting amount.
Yep. As of 2022, Embracer Group has announced that they have come to terms to acquire Crystal Dynamics Studios, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal from Square Enix, including the studio's major IPs like Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Legacy of Kain, the Thief series, and over 50 other titles.
Hold on, the Tomb Raider franchise?
Yeah,
Yes, the
all
Tomb
of it.
Raider
As
franchise,
in
all of it.
As in all of the Tomb Raider.
From the
all of it.
classics to the newer games.
Owned.
including like the rights to the reboots
They
and
just
the,
sold
and
that
the movie
shit.
rights.
They
They
sold it
sold
all
it.
away.
They just sold it.
They
Fun
just sold
fact,
it.
the exclusivity rights of Tomb Raider are roughly by themselves worth $300 million.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
That's disgusting.
No, that's disgusting. Do you have any idea what a fucking stupid like foot shooting moment that is?
We are beyond foot shooting.
to take all these fancy cars and I'm going to sell them so I can buy pictures of the fancy cars and sell those too.
No! That's not how this works!
It is now,
That is not
motherfucker.
how this works at all!
The announcement.
Bruh!
Bruh.
It's the future, bruh.
Line went up so
It's
high.
on the blockchain, bruh.
They are making so much money with Final Fantasy XIV that they are basically allowing themselves to make dumbass mistakes like this.
Oh.
The announcement
Damn it.
was made by a press release on the Embracer Group website, which confirmed that they are paying $300 million for the studios and their IPs and will be paid on cash and debt-free basis to be given full at closing. Literally walk in with a big case of money, slap it on the table and go, give me that shit.
Oh my god.
We are thrilled to welcome the studios to the Embracer Group, says Lars Wingsfors, co-founder and group CEO. We recognize the fantastic IPs, world-class creative talent, and track record of excellence that has been demonstrated time and time again over the past decades. It has been a good pleasure to meet with the leadership team and discuss the future plans to realize the ambitions to become a great Embracer. So now, let's see what Embracer Group has actually done.
Go right ahead, because you've
Oh,
once again
no.
just demonstrated that idiocy it does not discriminate.
That's right. So,
Idiocy crosses all borders. All
Engraper
walks of
Group
life.
is an AB Swedish video game and media holding company based in Karlstad. The company is established under the name of Nordic Games Licensing in 2011, and they take care of that shit. Essentially, we're passing it over. Now, this is where the good news come, because these guys have basically handled a bunch of subsidiaries. Specifically, they did, wow, Jesus, there's a lot. They worked with THQ Nordic back in the heyday. So they are the ones that are responsible for the Dark Side series being mounted. They are a part of the group of Neon Giant, Tracer's Groups, Box Dragon, Coffee Stain Studios, Goshi's Game, Dark Horse Comics have stock in this.
What?
Including
Oh my
all of Dark Horse
God.
Entertainment, Gearbox, Deep Silver, Flying Wild, Milestone, Warhorse, Digit, New York Interactive, Gunfire, Handy Games, and Rainbow Studios. So they got their hands on a lot of tasty, tasty pies. Now, this may not necessarily be a bad thing for these franchises. In fact, ever since Tomb Raider and Deus Ex did their most recent announcements, with made less money than expected, Square Enix has basically washed off their hands of these titles and they have not touched them. So now, that means we might actually get new Tomb Raider games and new Thief games, and for the few fans that are left, we might get a new Legacy of Kain game.
What about new Deus Ex game?
Yeah, what about that?
That is also a possibility.
Oh
I
my God.
certainly hope so, because the most recent one ended in a massive cliffhanger.
Wasn't it like not Human Revolution?
Human Revolution followed by Mankind Divided, which
Mankind
sort
Divided, that's
of
the one.
ended in a cliffhanger. So who knows? On a good side, this means that, hey, yeah, we might finally get to see those properties being used properly because Square Enix doesn't seem to give a shit about their Western property except about the money they make.
Yeah,
But
pretty much.
on the other side, Squeenix is falling into the trap of bruh.
But wait,
There's
But
more.
bruh,
there's more.
Bruh-san.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is coming fresh from the Wall Street Journal 5 days ago.
A news story?
Yeah, this just came in from the Wall Street Journal. Hang on, let me refresh
Wall
the
Street
page.
Journal? Oh, God.
Yeah, because if you know that they're telling you what the fuck's going on, something big's happening.
Nikki Bella, Kentucky Derby, 80-1 long shot. Rich Strike wins astounding upset victory.
Hey,
Well,
nice.
shit.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Well, it's a sad thing I don't bet on horse racing.
Yeah, we don't really keep up
could've-
with the Kentucky
We
Derby.
don't horse
But,
around
no,
with
that's
that.
because
Ah, we don't horse around.
No, Eagles Chick fan is, or was it Marley? One of our other folks here on the chat is actually on there. Was coming home from it. Here we go. Marley 13 was coming home from the Derby.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh,
there we
okay,
go.
fair enough.
But wait,
So holy shit.
there's more.
Let Angel continue.
Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the NFT market is collapsing.
Gee, I wonder who was shocked at that.
No one, absolutely no one. To the surprise of every single person that only had one brain cell to rub, the big craze of the NFT market has reached the tipping point and shit is going down. According to the Wall Street market, the sale of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, fell to a daily average of only 19,000 this week, a 92% decline from their peak, which was 225,000 in September, according to the non-fungible website. The number of active wallets in the NFT market fell to 88%, about 14,000 last week, from a high of 119 in November. The Bitcoin-like digital tokens that act as a certificate of ownership that lives on the blockchain. The rising interest rates have completely destroyed risky bets across the financial
Oh
market.
my God.
And the NFTs got hit harder than anyone else. Since hitting incredible highs in November, Jesus, Juan,
Careful,
don't
dude.
die. Please don't die, Juan. The tech-savvy NASCAR composite has fallen 23% and Bitcoin has dropped down 43%. The Federal Reserve is slated to raise the rates this week and month. As the central bank's easy monetary policies wind down, investors have decided that, you know what, maybe this is not a good thing to spend money on.
Oh, gee, you think?
You think? But wait.
There's more.
Bruh, the line's not going up, bruh.
Remember Video Game Land?
Is this another story?
It's
Kind
the
of.
same thing,
It's the
basically.
same
Okay,
story,
go
but-
on.
Oh god.
The Yacht Club
Send me the-
NFT
Send
board-
me the article for that.
This one's from the boys at Kotaku, who apparently finally have a decent journalist working in there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I
hey,
know.
You know, blind squirrel, broken watch, broken clock, all that good job.
Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT members lose millions trying to buy Video Game Land.
Oh my God.
The year-old NFT collection
Terrible.
owned by blockchain tech firm Yuga Labs. Bad things are going down daily now in the NFT sphere and cryptocurrency community at large, which are both, unfortunately, frequent target of multi-million-dollar hacking initiatives and equally expensive scammy hijinks. They most recently contributed to the blood in the water with this Other Heat for Other Side collection, an NFT-related gaming initiative that saw buyers paying thousands of failed transactions and later, once again, becoming scam targets. On OpenSea, Yuga Labs describe its
Yeah.
Other collection as the key to claiming land in the other side, bruh, and a pay-to-earn gaming project supported by the new token ApeCoin. Described as a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, there are very few publicly available details on the other side, which is
No,
intended
no,
to launch in
that's- I'm
April.
just checking my
Some
personal-
reports have changed that shit has gone bad in there, because the details are still scarce. The project has done a very bad job on winning anyone's affection.
Let me get that. Let me get that article so I can share it with everyone watching here.
Where's the fucking... Oh, here we go. And... shared.
Shared.
Yeah, we got some beautiful stuff going on in this year.
Oh god.
The
keep
other
going, keep
sale
going.
launched on April 30th, in which Yuga Labs called the largest NFT mint in history. Created build up on the blockchain. The NFTs could only be minted by ApeCoin, which only exists on the Ethereum blockchain. So Ethereum's transaction gas fees hiked up by demand. Some buyers had to pay up to $14,000 in fees, and others are still charged with gas even though their transactions failed. That's right, they take your money even if you don't buy anything.
Jesus, of course they do.
Then, on May 4th, some shit went down.
The fourth is with us.
The fourth was in. We were one with the fourth, and the fourth was
was
with
with
us. Yuga Labs announced that it had refunded gas fees to everyone that made a transaction that failed due to network conditions caused by the mint. Multiple replies indicate that no, not everybody got the refund. And just to really mash the face into the ground, a fake other side website con people out of $6.2 million out of it.
If I remember correctly, the fact that they lost their money on a video game called Land, which is basically another NFT company that is trying to set up virtual property ownership, where like, oh hey, here's Google Maps. You see this property here? This is a picture of an actual property that exists in the real world. That means that if you own this picture, you own it in our video game here called Land.
Yep.
It'll be kind of like playing SimCity or Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that, but using real world properties. Now throw $850,000 on this picture now.
This is now valuable
man.
because we said it is. It's the very definition of hype cost.
And if I'm not mistaken, the whole thing of the gas pricing on there is basically the cost, like the cost to keep their mining servers.
Thousands of
temperature
hard
con-
drives.
Thousands upon thousands upon thousands
Upon thousands.
of servers and hard drives, all actively mining and calculating these Bitcoin and NFT chains.
Imagine
keeping them temperature
wasting
controlled.
all that hardware.
Unbelievable.
If I remember correctly, there was one day of it where it cost $80 million to actually turn on the air conditioning for
Yeah,
that.
the one time they didn't, the heat buildup was so strong that for a brief moment it melted through a plexiglass wall. I am not kidding.
Jesus.
Motherfuckers are making a second sun in their
Oh
basement
my God, of course
to
they
lift
are.
NFTs.
Of
So
course they are.
this has resulted in the most amazing case of fucking around and finding out I've seen.
Bruh.
Square Enix literally sells off 3 studios worth of IPs for
One
what
of whom is worth the entire amount that they sold it for.
exclusivity rights alone. That is millions of dollars gone to spend them on a market that literally 3 seconds ago is in the process of crashing and burning.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't say for certain that it's actually crashing.
Sorry.
But this is, shall we say, one of its separation modules definitely didn't engage right.
Basically. So
Basically.
yeah, the moment you basically go, we're gonna put all this money on this market, on this industry. What do you mean they're filing for bankruptcy already?
But bruh,
The blockchain,
the line, bruh.
Bruh.
It's not going up, bruh. What's that
shit.
doing, bruh?
I guess the blockchain has something in common with normal chains.
Bruh.
It's only as strong as the weakest link.
Bruh,
Womp womp.
bruh, what's that?
Well,
what's the line doing,
Gentlemen,
bruh?
it's been a pleasure.
The last time I tried to play that for the actual sound on it, we got a copyright claim for it.
Oh, fuck you, Aunt Susan.
But yeah,
No,
there,
like,
there we
bruh.
have it.
Can you look at that line, bruh?
It's not
It's
going
not
up,
going
bruh.
up. What's it doing, bruh?
It's,
The blockchain is broken, bruh.
bro, why is it going the other way that is not up, bruh?
What's that word called?
Down syndrome?
No, it's not a syndrome,
No,
bruh.
no. Fetal syndrome. Wait, no, that's what my brother had.
No, bruh. Bruh,
Bruh.
I think it's just going down, bruh. This is not.
Bro,
the
we don't
future.
use that toxic language in
It's
this
not-
safe space,
This
bro.
isn't the future, bruh.
I'm trying to sell the safe space coin, bro. We don't use that
What's
language
supposed
here.
to my Lambo
So, ladies
go,
and gentlemen,
bruh?
this is what happens when
It's
a
the
business venture
future,
is
bruh.
not that far ahead.
The sad thing is that Square Enix will not learn a damn thing from this because they know that Final Fantasy 14 alone makes them so much money they can afford to make stupid, retarded mistakes like this.
Which is why Yoshi P is probably sitting there at the
Smoking
board-
non-stop.
He comes into the boardroom where they're setting up this bonfire, and he'll occasionally come back and refresh his joint because he is not dealing
Yeah.
with that shit. It's just like, okay, the cherry went out on my joint. Give me a minute.
Oh my God.
Man is just rolling up a joint the size of like a fucking TV. Just
No, the size of a fucking Cuban cigar. Hold on.
okay. Tell me again about the next expansion. But yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. All of a sudden, a bunch of properties have changed hands. What this means for them? Well, maybe it'll be good news. Maybe we'll finally get some new games on that property.
Maybe we'll get a new.
Maybe you'll get a new home
Maybe.
with people
That's
that care
a
about it.
big maybe.
Maybe
That's a
it'll-
man-sized maybe. Fuck.
Maybe it'll be a complete fucking disaster. It's looking pretty likely. But what we know is that once again, Square Enix, well, the strongest and the weakest aspect of Japanese entertainment industry is don't fix what ain't broken. It's one of the reasons why Nintendo is so strong. It's also the reasons why Nintendo is so weak. But ultimately,
Right.
here we are at this point, seeing that hands have exchanged, properties are no longer in place. But the point of the case is, you sold all of this to make money to spend on NFT-based entertainment when NFT entertainment is the lowest it could be on opinion? The word NFT has become like fucking poison in the office box.
It's
Pretty much just become a skid mark in the face of, society.
The second you say that shit, you can already feel half of your fan base just leaving. In fact, I guarantee you,
I'm noticing that the folks over here on our chat, they're not actually talking back, guys. We're not
we
supporting-
started talking about NFT, they already left. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Like we started getting into video games. Like, go ahead and let us know in the comment section. And I was gonna piggyback off what you said. Yeah, say what you want about Nintendo, but at least they're not stupid to make the same decisions as Square Enix did.
For now.
For now.
Let's not forget, these companies are controlled and managed by people in suits that have no idea how the fuck a video game works.
All right, Marley saying she's listening to us. They had to fix the Oculus for her grandson. So we're not actually
just
asking you guys
joshing.
we're joshing over the fact that the term NFT has become poison in the financial and entrepreneurial markets.
Joshing. Who's this Josh? Do I own this person in this channel?
Listen,
Who the hell's Josh? Do I own that?
there's only two NFTs in this world we need to care about, and those are nice fat titties and nice fit thighs.
Yeah.
That's all we need in this world. We are simple, easily amused monkeys. Ha, irony.
Because aboard our yacht club.
So see, this is what happens
that's
when
what
you
they get.
this is what happens when you try to co-opt the idea of returning to monkey and to make money with it. This is what you get.
That's what
Evil cannot create; it can only corrupt and destroy.
Pretty.
he who studies evil has studied himself by evil.
Yep. So
For
there you have
once,
it.
Friedrich Nietzsche got something right.
He was right about a lot of things.
Yeah,
it's
he
just
was.
a bunch of edgy college students that fucked up all his writings.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
true.
know that goddamn book, when he says God is dead and we kill him, actually has a very positive message overall?
Yeah, I know. And yet everyone always thinks like, oh, it's all the atheistic things. And the stupid premise for the stupid God is Dead movie was like, evil
Christ.
philosopher teacher wants you to write that and abandon religion in your classroom. Like,
Yeah.
there
The
you go.
invention of fedoras was a mistake for the human race.
Exactly.
But this moment, I am euphoric.
No, it's okay. Fedoras are fine. You're thinking about trilbies, okay?
There's only one person who can wear those right, and his name is Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. He's the only human being that makes those look good.
Well, Terrence Howard is okay with them too.
You know what, Howard? You're right.
He's all right. But
Yeah,
that being
so-
said, yeah, no. And we can't really call the guys at Square Enix victims. Like, they caused the fucking monkeys. They brought the monkeys upon
The
themselves.
developers were just trying to make video games. It's that whoever the fuck is on top of that office making decisions that basically got up by this stupid... Every time I see one of those TV commercials, I roll my eyes so hard that my eyeballs fucking pop out.
My God, man. This is...
Also, remember, for all this talking, nobody can still give you a proper idea of what the fucking NFT does.
It's the feature, bruh.
They
Don't you know you
NFT
throw your
bros...
money in this Lambo to the moon, bruh.
NFT bros literally cannot give me a proper, concise explanation of what makes an NFT valuable without throwing enough jargon in there to make me drown in it.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm not.
That
I
should
don't
tell
fall
you
for a
something.
single bit.
It's like, okay, let me put it this way. Hey, Juan, I'm going to sell you some ice cream.
Cool.
And you'll be like, why? And I'm like, because it's delicious and tasty and ice cream. An NFT bro will be like, because listen, bro, when the cow is milked and they just fucking go
So-
for 3 hours before they get to the part where, actually, this is an ice cream. It's a picture of ice cream.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a picture of ice cream. Enjoy.
That picture melted.
But you can enjoy, you can imagine the taste.
If you try real hard and you smell it, it's a scratch and sniff.
Oh God, a scratch and sniff NFT. Now that'll make some real money.
Now,
God
for
damn
the
it.
record,
Don't give them your ideas.
If you're able to actually work on in an NFT project that has a clear goal and has a clear way of either generating and or like producing value that's tangible on
And
there.
isn't stealing art from someone
Exactly. For instance,
Yeah.
I
or
mentioned
scamming someone or
scam.
lying to... I'm sorry, there's too much bullshit.
what?
there.
They couldn't hear you.
Apologies. It's just like... No, go ahead.
All
I'll
right.
finish my point.
Like one example that I was coming up with, a cosplayer who's a friend of the Ravens flock, Heidi Matrix. She's actually teamed up with a NFT group that where basically she's taking her own individual photos of herself, because she's also a photographer, a pretty good one at that, and of herself in cosplay, and she's minting that only one of like exclusive photos on there. I'm like, okay, if you wish to own this and if you wish to actually have this, This is going to be sent to you. It's going to be completely taken off our system. You'll own it on your own blockchain. And you can sell that however you wish. Okay, this is one of a kind. It's not able to, like, she removes the original herself. She only keeps it like an offline thing. That's creating tangible value because it's produced by her.
Yeah.
She produced it on her own. She owns the right to her own image. Obviously.
It's the equivalent of saying, here's an exclusive picture, like in real life, like, here's a painting. I only make this many, so they're worth this much. Also, I am not stealing someone else's paintings. I painted this myself.
Exactly. Like, that part itself is okay. And investing in building an infrastructure where it's actually artist and owner, content creator owned is okay. You can do it that way. But when you go into it with like zero fucking plan and just like, hey, bruh, let's go ahead and
chain block, chain block.
Bruh.
There's also the fact that,
bruh.
unfortunately, this is the majority of the time when there's an industry where you buy or sell something, there's a system of checks and balances. Each live in capitalism and all that shit. You know, like the value of the product.
Another thing that Friedrich Nietzsche got right.
Exactly, like the value of the product, how much value society assigns to the product, the rarity of the product, how much people are willing to spend on it. Checks and balances. NFTs ain't got none of that shit.
It's Wild Wild
It's
West.
the Wild Wild West, and everybody's fucking packing guns, and everybody's just hijacking each other. And because of the nature of the online product being just digital numbers, zeros and ones, it is way too easy to scam people. It is too easy to steal art, and it's too easy to, fuck someone over. It's like, let's say I open up a shop, like a store. I'm going to have a security system.
Of course.
There's going to be an alarm. There's going to be cameras. There's going to be a 12-gauge shotgun under my desk. Shall not be infringed, motherfucker.
Okay.
If I open an NFT store, imagine the same thing, but the door is always open, the windows are open, the camera doesn't work.
And it's a water gun.
And it's a Nerf gun.
Not even water gun?
No, I don't even get the darts. I make pew-pew sounds with my mouth.
Oh my god!
You don't even get the darts, but it's Nerf or nothing.
The only difference... Oh, also, I get to sell my product for like thousands of dollars more.
That just reminds me of the freaking bank scene, of the bank robbery scene in The Dark Knight. Instead of Michael Fisher carrying a shotgun, he's packing a squirt gun.
Basically.
You idiots know who you're stealing from! You and your friends are dead!
That's basically it. And like I said, remember, this thing only is as valuable as people give it value. If no one chooses to buy it, then it's worth jack with a side of shit. This money, it's worthless. Zeros and ones and zeros. And they assign the value to the market
infinitely
gives them.
duplicatable.
Exactly.
Duplicable.
Say what you will about hard currency, but at least there's only so many bills in circulation, you know what I mean? So, that is the end of the video game segment, which basically boils down to the end of how are video game companies fucking up this time. By the way, there was another thing with Blizzard, but we're running out of time, and that will take me another episode to talk about.
So
let's put that to the side.
We'll
the spotlight is back to you, my man.
I guess we finished early, but you know what? I guess we'll finish off with one more announcement before we close the program here.
By all means.
We got 5 minutes. Shoot.
So as a reminder, we are 1 week away. As a reminder, folks, we are hosting the Subathon from Hell.
That's right.
Which is on Sunday, May 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on YouTube, and we will be playing Mario Party Superstars for the Nintendo Switch.
So come watch, because you ain't doing nothing else on Sunday. Get out of church. God doesn't love you. We do.
Exactly. And also,
wow,
folks,
that is sacrilegious, but not inaccurate.
This game will be outrageously bad. We are going to suffer. We are going to cringe. And if any of you folks have this game and want to play online on the Nintendo Switch, go ahead and hop right on and suffer with us. And we're going to have all the fun we can.
Feel free.
It's going to be a lot of fun. However, this also means that next week there will not be, and next Saturday on the 14th, there will not be an edition of the Ravens Flock nor Los Amigos Play.
Unless we decide otherwise, because
we decide otherwise, but
please be patient. We are only human. We can only do so much.
Exactly. Now, of course, that being said, this also ties into us going to MegaCon. Yeah, if we're going to be going to MegaCon on Saturday of May 21st, that also means that we won't be able to do an edition of Los Amigos Play.
Please bear with us. We're going to be busy doing con shit instead. We'll have a nice, fancy episode ready for you, showing all the cool stuff that we saw and all the expensive shit that I bought.
Now, I love how you phrase that, Jose, because you're right. We won't be able to do an episode of Los Amigos Play.
Exactly.
We will, however, be able to stream live from the convention. So if we're there you better believe that we're going to live stream the whole time that we're going to be at MegaCon Orlando. We're going to use the same power of mobile streaming that you folks gave us by getting us past 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for that. We're going to stream
Thank you
from
very
MegaCon.
much.
We're going to stream everyone. We're going to talk to people. We're going to be walking around.
It's going to be one hell of a great time.
I just realized we're going to stay in the hotel for one night, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll just bring the PS4 there and do the episode anyway.
What?
But we're going to be at the con, dude.
Hey, Angel,
when
we
we get
would-
back from the con.
Angel, we can't stream it from the console or in the computer's got to be set up. And all
Shit, good point. I
Yeah,
guess we're going to have to
dude.
pack
You know
this
what?
entire desktop into this box.
No, come on, Angel.
Actually,
well,
there's
I'm
a-
sure our viewers can go 2 weeks without
Juan,
an
we're going to have to stream with your phone. That thing is going to explode.
Actually, there
I'm
may
sure
be
our
a-
viewers can go 2 weeks without Los Amigos play.
No,
survive.
actually, I think there's something that we could do. If folks, if you would be kind enough, if you would like to, we are actually looking for a way to set up mobile streaming for ourselves in the future. If you'd be kind enough, Will Morris already put that up earlier, but we're actually planning on setting up a fund within our Cash App to get set up with a brand new high-speed gaming laptop that we would able to use for streaming.
Nice.
So,
It's more than nice. Come on.
Angel.
Extra nice.
There we go.
We're talking about a mobile version of that gigantic hunk of a computer that
You
we've
know
got
those
over
super
here.
big, super cool video gaming computers?
Oh, the bricks.
The
Yeah,
laptop-
we're going to be
laptops?
setting
The
up a
flat
laptop.
bricks.
Yes, we're going to be setting up a gigantic laptop for
Could
that.
be done.
See, that way we could take our game streaming equipment with us. That way we could take this equipment with us over here to conventions and set them up either at a booth or set them up at our hotel room so that we could stream live from the conventions uninterrupted.
It would certainly save you a lot of time on editing as well because you don't have to worry about putting shit in the camera from the computer, pulling out the file, having to inflict the damn thing, zip it, check it again, make sure it's not exploding or that something didn't get corrupted again.
Yeah, pretty
Again,
much. So, folks, yes,
So-
the link is on the comment. It's on the chat box right now. Go on to our Cash App. Click on our Cash App link and donate as whatever amount you can. Every penny counts, and every penny goes towards our continued evolution, our continued expansion of our ability to stream mobile for this channel.
And please keep watching our show because we are slowly, very slowly, inching
But
our
surely.
way towards monetization status.
Now, thanks to you folks, thanks to everyone who came in from our Popcorn Planet brethren, our fraternity over there, we managed to get past 1,000 subscribers. We're yo-yoing up between 1,190 and 1,200 subscribers at this time, for which we thank you. However, there is one other hurdle that needs to be crossed. We're currently at 1,380 total watch hours within the past 365 days. According to YouTube, the magic number to hit is 4,000 and above. So we encourage you to please check back and look at all of our programming, rewatch us, watch our old programming. We've been at this since 2013. Come get to know how the Ravens flock has evolved, going from one dude, one asshole sitting on his bed in front of a camera
To the illustrious, awesome channel that we have developed right now with
Three assholes in
at-
front of-
three assholes, 4 shows, 1 channel.
and one vision.
Actually, no. Let me try this again. 4 shows, 3 assholes, 2 channels,
What?
1 Ravens flock.
What
Ah,
channel? What's the second channel?
thanks,
We don't
man.
have a second channel.
No. 2 YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, two video
Two
stream
platforms.
2 platforms. There we go. 4 shows, 3 assholes, 2 platforms, 1 overall channel, the Ravens flock.
One single butthole to spell it all out.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's almost perfect.
That was poetic and beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
well,
And
all
everything
of
that
this-
we've done is all part of our directive to make your
Your
voice
voice
our
mission.
mission.
Whew.
I think that covers everything.
I
doesn't
think
it?
that pretty
yeah.
much covers everything.
Good job,
Juan,
people.
go ahead and plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. I gotta get my right elbow looked at. It hurts. Thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we discuss the latest news of geek culture, pop culture, nerd culture, video games, TVs, movies, anime, cosplay, the convention community in Florida and beyond, pro wrestling news, as we strive, as we always have, to continue to make your voice our mission. Tune in as we stream live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time as we simulcast on YouTube and Twitch. And don't forget to catch our replays, watch all of our programs, and share the news and subscribe to us, and tell your friends to subscribe to us. Keep this community growing. Marley13, thank you, by the way, is saying, sent y'all a Cash App. Wish I had more. We appreciate every donation, however big or
Everything is
small
good.
you're able to make.
Your
it.
mere
We
presence here
appreciate
makes us
you
happy.
very, very much. Thank you,
We really
Marley.
do, and we're letting you know all this cash is going towards our mobile streaming projects and endeavors in the future. We appreciate it so much. We ask you to continue to follow us on. Whoop, wrong video. Here it is.
I mean, technically it's accurate.
Yeah, the Ravens flock is our thing. Don't give me that.
Follow us on
Facebook.com/the Ravens flock. Twitter.com/RavensFlock13. Instagram.com/the Ravens flock online. Twitch.tv/the Ravens flock online. And of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right here on our flagship platform, youtube.com/the Ravens flock. Humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in on an exciting edition of our flagship platform. Really quick in advance, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there all over the world,
right.
including our friends who are also mothers. And finally, nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens flock, and we are